All right, guys, we are live here in Poplar Bluff, Missouri. It is Three Rivers College, Roger Pattillo Field. I'm Frankie Castile. Dylan Turner's tuning in. Thank you, Dylan. We're looking to make sure everything is coming in nice and clear. I know we're a little bit early. We did that for a reason. We just wanted to make sure we had no problems. You know, yesterday, everything you can think of went wrong in that first game. Today, we're going to do things a little bit differently. We got here super early, and we just want to make sure that we have no issues. Do me a favor, drop us a line if you can. Let us know that you can hear everything okay. You're able to see everything okay. Tim, if you don't mind, just because I want to be able to see it on my end, can you throw up the scoreboard just to make sure that it's coming up no problem? Just want to make sure that I can see it on my end. Nope, no problem. Let me know whenever it's up.
Okay, it should be there.
Okay. There's a little bit of a delay on my end, so we're fine. Just make sure there it is. Okay. Awesome. So there's the scoreboard. Number 6 seed Naylor, number 2 seed Greenville. So the official pregame will begin at 12:45 p.m. All right, thank you so much. Everything coming in loud and clear. Awesome. Thank you so much. Glad to have you tuning in Naylor and in Greenville. We're going to have a great time. Semifinals coming up. Pregame will begin at 12:45. First pitch at 1 p.m. Make sure and share this feed, and we want these kids to be seen as much as possible. We'll be back in about 15 minutes for the official pregame. In the meantime, you're going to hear silence, but we'll be back in about 15 minutes.
Microphone's right here. Oh, they moved it? Yeah. Might sit up there. You need a microphone. Thank you for telling me.
You taking it?
No, I'm gonna start the free. Okay, I'm gonna put it back. Okay. I told you, I want to get you in the act.
I know, I've been telling everybody.
You ready, Tim? All right, guys, we are live here at Three Rivers College in Poplar Bluff, Roger Pattillo Field, and as you can see, we are about ready for the first game. First of two games coming up here today. It is semifinal games at the Ozark Foothills Conference. I've got Dr. Sean Nibby here of Day One Chiropractic with me. We're going to have a great time coming up here this afternoon.
For sure. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me out. I'm excited for some good baseball today.
You know, you look out behind us here. The first game coming up is Greenville. It is Naylor. It is a 2-seed versus 6-seed. First thing to me is Naylor yesterday upsetting East Carter, and then Greenville getting a big win yesterday to move on to today. These two teams, they want to move on to tomorrow, but they've got to get the win here today, and it's a great day for high school baseball.
Beautiful out here today. A little bit windy, but I tell you what, you couldn't ask for a better day to play baseball.
Absolutely. Let's talk about Day One Chiropractic. You guys are obviously a proud supporter of the Ozark Foothills Conference Tournament. You guys do so much for all the communities around here, and here recently you guys have introduced laser therapy to the area. How is that going for you guys?
We're in our second week of throwing this out there, and man, it's going so good. We got several people started with our neuropathy protocols, a lot of people with just musculoskeletal conditions going on. Everybody's responding well, everybody's feeling better, and so we couldn't be more thrilled than to offer something else to this community.
We're going to be talking all afternoon long about Day One Chiropractic, but how about this baseball weather? Can you believe mid-October we're talking lower 80s this afternoon?
I tell you what, I said it a minute ago, it's just beautiful. This is a great weather, a great day to play baseball, and I couldn't be more excited than to be here right now.
You ready to go up top and put the old headset on and get ready for the first pitch coming up at 1 o'clock?
Let's do it. Let's go.
All right, so as you can see behind us here, the umpires are meeting up. You've got Coach Benji Stahl and head coach Edward Moore of Naylor, and the two umpires will be there as well. We'll kick it back up to you, Tim, and then coming up in just a few minutes, we will have the first pitch coming up, starting lineups, as we are broadcasting live from the Ozark Foothills Conference Tournament. It is at Three Rivers College, Roger Pattillo Field. Right here, it is Greenville, the 2-seed, taking on the 6-seeded Eagles out of Naylor. First pitch coming up beginning at 1 o'clock. Our second game will feature the number 1 seed at Twin Rivers Royals. They will take on the 5-seeded Dons out of Doniphan. That game is coming up at around 3:30. Back to you, Tim.
I'm like, okay.
All right, so we are back here live at Three Rivers College. I'm Frankie Castillo. We are coming up now. Looks like we're going to begin a little bit early here this afternoon. I've got Sean Nibby right here beside me, day one chiropractic, and apparently we're going to get started a little bit earlier here today. First pitch was set for 1 p.m., but it's been moved up to 12:50. Gorgeous afternoon here for high school baseball. I'm ready. What about you?
I'm totally ready. I'm excited to watch some good baseball today.
Here at game time, first pitch is on the way, 12:51, 78 degrees. We are about to begin and get underway. Here we go. First one is taken up high for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes here to the leadoff man, Brock Woolard. He'll play second base today, batting .263. He's got 3 RBIs on the season. This one has popped up straight away out to shortstop, and there you go. Quickly, a couple of pitches, and the first out of the game. So just like that, 2 pitches, and 1 down here in the top of inning number 1. So 2 pitches here, and already 1 down. Second man to bat, Damian Thielman. He is the catcher here for this Naylor team. A strike 1 is called on the inside part of the plate. No balls and a strike here. Thielman coming in, had a pretty good game yesterday, batting .125, had a couple of big hits. Sarah Rose says, "Let's go Eagles." She is tuning in. 1 ball and 1 strike here to the Naylor Eagles, getting a big win yesterday, trying to make it 2 in a row, upsetting East Carter. And they would love to knock off a 2 seed coming up here today. There's a swing and a miss. Quickly now, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the pitcher on the mound, by the way, is Talon McDaniel for the Greenville Bears. He is coming in at 30 2/3 innings pitched. His ERA under 3, 2.739. There's a ball in the dirt, and the count is even now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. One thing about Greenville, Sean, very confident coming in. They are the 2 seed for a reason.
Yeah, they're looking good so far. Pitcher is pitching pretty well, and can we talk about how awesome this field is? It's so cool to see high schoolers out here playing baseball.
It really is. I mean, this field, they were out here this morning at 9:30, 9:45, getting it ready to go. Beverly Miller is tuning in. She says, "Let's go Naylor." 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch, and Thielman is going to trot down to first base. So there you go. There is your first base runner.
No, they called him out.
They called him out. Sure did. I was confused on that one. I thought it was going to be a walk as well. So never mind. So a couple of outs here. And here you go. 2 down in the inning. And that's going to bring up the freshman Sam Rose, who plays center field. Rose batting .100 on the season. So a backwards K. 2 down. There's a strike, swing, and a miss. So 2 down here in the inning, and quickly now, it is a 0-1 count. This one is up high for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike here. To Sam Rose. Remington Crawford awaits on deck. Somebody has to get on base, though, for him to be able to bat in the inning. Here's the pitch. This one is outside as well for another ball. It is 2 balls and a strike here. Gorgeous afternoon, 78 degrees. You can't ask for better weather here in mid-October. There's a strike called on the inside. A part of the plate. Count is even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Behind the plate, Heath Hutchinson. Down the line today is Randy Winston. Those are the umpires here for the first game. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 down here in the inning. There's a pitch up top, and the count goes full again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch number 14 is on the way for Talon McDaniel. Giving up 26 hits, 22 runs, at 12 earned. He has walked 26 and struck out 32. That one is fouled away to the screen, so we'll redo the pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes here. Nobody, or I should say 2 down, no score in the top of inning number 1. Coming up in game number 2 this afternoon, it'll feature Twin Rivers and Doniphan. Should be a barn burner coming up between the 1 seed and the 5 seed. Here is the 3-2 count. Called a strike 3. And now the batter takes off, goes down to first base. And there you go.
Great job.
So 3 outs here in the inning. And 2 strikeouts here, to say the least. We go to the bottom of inning number 1. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. 2 backwards Ks here to begin this ball game. And just like that, they go 1, 2, 3. Let's take a look now. Let's stay here and let's talk about the offense coming up out of Greenville. And they're going to be leading off with Easton Evans coming up. He'll play shortstop this afternoon. Batting second at left field, it is Owen Shear. Batting third, the catcher Wyatt Friley. Big 2-run home run yesterday. He was a triple away from the cycle. Batting cleanup at first base is Trey Porter. Batting fifth at third base, Clayton Wood. Batting sixth, he'll be the pitcher today, Talon McDaniel. Batting seventh at second base is Cooper Sturgeon. Batting eighth at right field, number 11, Miles Melvin. And batting ninth, he'll play center field, Ty Huffmaster. He is a senior as well. Looking around for the defense here this afternoon for the Naylor Eagles. Out in right field, Landon Lunsford. Over in left field, Kyle Tubb. In center field is Sam Rose. Around the horn now, third base, you've got Remington Crawford. At shortstop, it is Cameron Sarabia. He was the pitcher yesterday. Over at second base, Brock Woolard. At first base, you've got Nathan Lunsford. Behind the plate, Damian Thillman. And on the mound for the Naylor Eagles, getting his first start of the season. He's only made 1 appearance all season. Colby Sullivan, he is a freshman. He has only pitched 1/3 of an inning, giving up no runs and no hits, no errors. He has walked 0, struck out 1. So there you go as we get ready for the bottom half of inning number 1. So far, pretty good outing here by Greenville there in the top of the first.
Yeah, a really good first inning. I'm excited to see this freshman on the mound here for Naylor.
14 pitches, by the way, by Talon McDaniel in the top part of the inning. And he pitched a gem there in that first inning, giving up no runs, no hits, no errors. He got a couple of strikeouts, and the big story is no walks as we get ready for the bottom part of inning number 1 here today. 78 degrees here at first pitch. We're going to have ourselves a beautiful afternoon again. There is a little bit of rain possibly for tomorrow, but not expecting any kind of rain coming up on Thursday. So it looks like we should get this tournament in with pretty much no concerns. And as you know, Sean, whenever it's mid-October, you never know what the weather might do here in southeast Missouri.
That's so true. It's been pretty dry lately, but down here anything can happen at any time.
That's exactly correct. Our great sponsors here today. It's all being brought to you by Barker's Towing and Automotive, Day One Chiropractic, Neighbor's Towing. Also being brought to you by the Scott Law Firm, Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, and Countryside Chevrolet, located in Doniphan. So now here we go as we get set for the leadoff man for the Greenville Bears. It is Easton Evans. Evans coming in this season batting .464 as a leadoff man. Just like that, takes one deep. This one out toward the right fielder. And 1 pitch and 1 out. Landon Lunsford is able to go out there and get the out. So quickly 1 pitch and 1 down here in the bottom of inning number 1. That's going to bring up now Owen Shear coming up to the plate. Shear here on the season batting .426, a home run, 30 RBIs. He bats right-handed, and he's going to go out towards center field. Making the move is the center fielder Sam Rose, and just like that, 2 pitches and 2 down.
Not bad for a freshman on the mound.
Absolutely not. Getting just his second appearance all season, his first start. And now the heart of the lineup, Wyatt Friley, had a big 2-run home run yesterday, batting .459. He's got 5 home runs, 40 RBIs, and there's a ball taken outside. 1 ball, no strikes here in the bottom of inning number 1. Pretty good outing here by Colby Sullivan here. There's a fly ball, this one towards center field, and the center fielder going back, and just like that, We go 1, 2, 3, and man, what an inning here to begin. 3 up and 3 down. We go to the top of inning number 2, no score. You're listening to live coverage of the OFC Baseball Tournament. It is presented by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair. What a first inning by both teams. Welcome back now to the OFC Baseball Tournament presented by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair. Remington Crawford, Cameron Sarabia, Nathan Lunsford all due up here in the top of inning number 2. Our broadcast is presented by Day One Chiropractic. Dr. Sean and Dr. Megan of Day One Chiropractic are proud supporters of the OFC Tournament and KWOC Sports. Let Day One Chiropractic help you from chronic back pain to neck pain, even sports injuries. Day One Chiropractic, they've got the experience, the knowledge, and medical to help you live with less pain and limitations. Day One Chiropractic, proud supporters of the OFC Baseball Tournament. I should have let you read that line, Dr. Sean. My apology.
No, you did great. You did great.
So what about this first inning by both teams? You look at Naylor coming in a 6 seed. That first inning, any indication, they're not playing like a 6 seed right now.
Not at all, especially with the freshman on the mound, first start. I mean, I can only imagine the nerves going through his body right now. So he did an amazing job first inning. But we'll see what Greenville can do here with their chance to get some three outs.
Colby Sullivan only threw 4 pitches in that first inning for making his first start all season. That's pretty impressive. Back on the mound, Talon McDaniel, big basketball player for Greenville. Here is the first pitch. It is a swing and a miss. Quickly, no balls and a strike now to Remington Crawford. Crawford here this season batting .250. He's got a couple of RBIs, no home runs. Would love to be able to get on base. There's a swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Monica Thielman, glad to have you alongside here today. She says, let's go Naylor. And Naylor right now, they are playing really big against Greenville. Greenville, they are expected to win this game. There's a foul ball down the first base line, but don't tell Naylor that. They come out yesterday and they were able to defeat East Carter in the game of the day 3-1. And right now they are going toe-to-toe against the 2-seeded Bears out of Greenville. There's a swing and a miss, a strikeout there, and there are 1 down here in the inning. So 3 strikeouts here in the ballgame for McDaniel. Like that there on that scoreboard, how when you get a strikeout, it lights up strikeout, Dr. Sean.
That's awesome. That's pretty cool. Tell you what, I don't know how you do all this back here. I'm just standing here, and you're doing the scoreboards, everything else. It's crazy.
Ball taken outside. 1 ball and no strikes here. 18 pitches thrown in the game by Talon McDaniel. So little backstory here for Greenville. If they get the win today, odds are, well, there's no odds about it. This one is going to be fouled down the third base line. 1 ball and 1 strike. No mistake about it. The first baseman, Trey Porter, he'll get the start coming up on Thursday. If Greenville gets a win today, they are the 2 seed. And by talking to Coach Benji Stahl, he told me yesterday, his team, his words, not mine, they goofed up. This one popped straight up. And the catcher by Greenville is able to get underneath it, make the catch. Good job by Wyatt Friley. And there is another out, 2 down here in the inning. That one goes F2. And quickly now, 2 up and 2 down here in the inning. And that's going to bring up Nathan Lunsford. Lunsford batting .250 on the season, 1 home run, 6 RBIs. Had a couple of big hits in yesterday's game. We'll see what he does here. There's a swing and a miss. No balls here and a strike. On deck is Kyle Tubb. Lunsford, a junior for Coach Moore. Got a chance to talk to him beforehand. He tells me that his team is just looking for the opportunity to come out here and play the game of their lives. There's a swing and a miss. No balls and a couple of strikes. Nobody on. We are just underway here at Three Rivers College. We were supposed to begin at 1 o'clock, but they decided to go early. There's a base hit here, just like yesterday. Lunsford now is able to get on base. And now there's a runner on first base with the 2 down. Good pop by Lunsford there in the 6 hole.
Yeah, first hit of the game. Good to see.
So now coming up to the plate now is a sophomore, Kyle Tubb. He is batting 125. And we're going to get a pinch, or I should say a courtesy runner coming up here. Percy White is going to stand on first base, number 45. Lunsford, of course, actually it's going to be a pinch runner because Nathan Lunsford is the first baseman. So Percy White didn't play yesterday. Forgot his uniform by accident.
Oh, wow.
So he couldn't play yesterday, but he is in the lineup today. Pretty speedy at first base. We'll see what Percy White can do over on first base. 2 down. Coming up to the plate now is Kyle Tubb. There's a swing and a miss. No balls and a strike. Boy, runs are going to be critical here for Naylor in the early going. Kind of put more pressure on Greenville. Right now, they are just trying to figure out a way to get base runners on. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. So Talon is 1 pitch away from getting out of the inning. He threw 14 pitches last inning. He has only thrown 11 so far in this inning, much better than the first inning.
There we go.
There's a swing, and he is down on strikes. So we're going to go to the bottom half of inning number 2. They leave 1 on, no 1 hit, no runs, no errors, 1 left on base. We are going to the bottom of inning number 2, no score. It is the OFC Baseball Tournament. It is presented by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair. All right, we are back. It's all being brought to you by Neighbor's Towing. Don't risk your truck and cargo with just any towing company. Call the professionals at Neighbor's Towing. They've got multiple heavy-duty wreckers for all your heavy-duty towing needs, from winches to wrecks, even repair and recovery. Call Neighbor's at 785-8730. So now we are back here, and Trey Porter is going to come up to the plate now. Porter is the first baseman today, and man, this guy can hit and he can play defense, and also a really good pitcher as well. Porter is batting .347, 5 homers and 25 RBIs. This guy, Dr. Sean, he's got some power.
Yeah, definitely looks like it. He's we'll see here. Wow.
Takes the first pitch down the third base line. This one is going to go fair. It's going to stay fair. Twin Rivers, by the way, they are just now getting here. So it'll be interesting how they score that one. I would give that a hit if it was up to me. It was hit pretty hard down the line, and that took a wicked hop. We'll see how they officially score it. But nevertheless, 1 runner on now here in the bottom half of inning number 2 with nobody out. Trey Porter able to reach base, and now Clayton Wood, he'll step up to the plate now, batting .362 with 19 RBIs. This one he takes for a ball, 1 ball and no strikes. You were telling me, and by the way, that last play, they're going to score that one a E5 on the air on the third baseman. So There you go. There's a high fly ball. This one towards center field. It's going to get down for a hit. And now Porter's going to wind up on third base following the double. So an E5 to begin the inning, and then a double by Clayton Wood. You look at Clayton Wood, and that'll be his second, or make that fifth double of the season, rather. And now coming up to the plate, Talon McDaniel trying to help his own cause here. He is the pitcher, batting .397. He's got 18 RBIs. You can see Twin Rivers there, Tim. Not sure if you can get them in the camera shot, but you can see Twin Rivers. They've already made their way here to Three Rivers College. There's the ball taken outside. You were telling me an interesting story that you guys actually have, or I should say your wife actually, she graduated from Greenville. Is that right?
That is correct, yeah. So not trying to be biased here, but yeah, she's Greenville's her alma mater for sure.
I got you. Tim's giving me a thumbs up. You know, yesterday, I got to tell you the story, so it's so funny. Yesterday, as we were here, I don't know what kind of feathers he had to ruffle, but they wound up, and there's a pop fly by McDaniel out toward right field. This one's going to get down for a hit. One run's going to come in to score. Greenville leads by one. Make that two, as here comes the throw, not in time. And it'll be a double here by Talon McDaniel. And it is a 2 RBI double. And just like that, the complexion of this game, it has really changed now as McDaniel is able to help his own cause. And it is now a 2-0 lead by the Greenville Bears. Cooper Sturgeon now is coming up to the plate. Still nobody out here in the inning. 4 pitches thrown there in the first inning. And check this out, 7 pitches here in this inning thus far, and already 2 runs have come across and scored. This one's going to get away from the catcher, and quickly now on the pass ball, a runner on third base with nobody out.
Yeah, lots of hard contact. Even in the first inning, it was 4 pitches, but 3 hard hit balls just right to the defender. So you had a feeling this was going to happen.
Absolutely. Sturgeon now batting .288 on the season, 23 RBIs. He's got a man in scoring position, takes ball 2 outside. 2 balls and no strikes here. Greenville has a couple of hits here in the inning, and they lead 2-0. And, of course, the error by Naylor earlier here in the ball game, in this inning, actually. There's a swing and a miss. Good pitch by the freshman Kobe Sullivan. Looking around the defense here, out in right field, Landon Lunsford. Left field is Kyle Tubb, and center field Sam Rose for the Eagles. This one is going to go down the third base line. It'll go foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Looking now in the infield at Remington Crawford over at third base. At shortstop this afternoon is Cameron Sarabia at second base. For the Eagles is Brock Woolard at first base. Nathan Lunsford. This one's popped up down the first base line. Lunsford going to give chase to it. This one is going to get out of play, and we'll do it again. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Coach Tyler Trover of the Portageville Bulldogs. Good guy. He is tuning in this afternoon. We appreciate Coach Tyler Trover. Good guy. Love having him on the program as much as we can. Ball 3 taken outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes now. Count is full to Cooper Sturgeon. Awaiting on deck now is Miles Melvin. He is a senior for Greenville. Runner on third base, 2-0 in favor of the Greenville Bears. This one taken down the third base line. It's going to go foul. Good pitch by Sullivan, able to jam him there. Make sure and share this video feed for us. Let us know where you're watching from. Let us know if you're a Naylor fan or a Greenville fan. We'll give you a shout out here live on the program. Here is the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Good pitch. So there you go. 1 down here in the inning. That's a big out, too, on the strikeout. First strikeout of the ball game here for Sullivan. So 1 out, runner on third base. Here is the left-hander, Miles Melvin, coming up to the plate now, batting .356. 23 RBIs here this season in the fall season. There's a strike called. Good pitch by Kobe Sullivan. 4 pitches thrown in inning number 1. We are up to 8, or make that 19 for the ball game. So already 15 pitches here in this inning. Still 1 down here in the inning. This one taken, just misses inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. I was going to say earlier, yesterday Tim finagled this tent somehow. They brought it to him. They had the whole baseball team bringing him a tent. They got it back up here today.
That's awesome.
I didn't have air in here yesterday, so I complained to get a little air conditioner, so I've got one in here now. So I'm in good shape. 2 balls and a strike.
Definitely a lot warmer than you'd think in here.
It really is. 2 balls and a strike here. Good changeup, and this one just misses for a ball. 3 balls and a strike. Todd Wood is tuning in here this afternoon. Glad to have Todd alongside. We were talking about this streaming and, being able to call these games on video. Having a game at 1 o'clock in the afternoon as a runner now is on first base following the walk. It's so big to be able to do these games and have folks watch at a 1 o'clock start because most people are at work this time of day.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I actually know quite a few people that are at work, but they're able to kind of put it on, the side of their screen and follow along. So I think this is awesome what you guys are able to do, and it's so cool to follow along. Even at the office, we had it playing yesterday up at the office. So pretty cool technology here.
It's a good pitch by Sullivan here. Takes it for a strike. No balls and a strike here. Runners on the corners now with 1 down in the inning. It is already 2-0 in favor of the Greenville Bears. Greenville, they are the 2 seed. There's a pop fly. This one out towards center. A good routine play. A run's going to come in on the sacrifice. Good job. So the batter did his job. And Huffmaster is able to get the RBI. And now it is 3-1 in favor of the Greenville Bears. 2 down here in the inning. So 3-0 in favor of Greenville. It goes F8 on the out. So Greenville here with the early advantage, up by 3 runs. And now we are back to the top of the lineup. Easton Evans is up to the plate now. Funny story about Easton Evans. We talked to his grandma earlier. We talked to Grandma Jackie for him. There's a good bunt down the third base line and got him by maybe a hair.
Wow.
And that is another out there. So there you go. 2 runs, or make that 3 runs on a couple of hits. 1 runner stranded. We go to the top of inning number 3. It is 3-0 in favor of the Greenville Bears. You're listening to live coverage of the OFC Baseball Tournament. It is presented by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair. All right, so we are back here live at Three Rivers College. Our broadcast presented by the Scott Law Firm. Scott Law Firm does more than provide justice. It provides and supports to our local schools, supports our small businesses, and is involved in the betterment of Southeast Missouri. Scott Law Firm is a proud supporter of the Ozark Foothills Conference Tournament. Scott Law Firm, LLC. 3-0 now in favor of the Greenville Bears, and Bones Smith is tuning in. He says, "Hey, Timmy, I'm assuming that message is for you, my friend. You know somebody with that name?" He does. Okay, gives me a thumbs up. So now Sullivan is going to lead us off here. He is the left-hander For the Naylor Eagles, it'll be 8-9 and then 1. Kobe Sullivan and Caleb Moore all due up.
Need to get some bats going here.
Yes, they do. Quickly, 1 ball and no strikes here. As we are to the top of inning number 3, it is a 3-0 lead by the Greenville Bears. McDaniel's next pitch, this one is foul, out of play behind the third base line. 2 balls and no strikes here. Make sure and share this video feed for us. Big audience on Facebook on a 1 o'clock afternoon. Also on YouTube as well. Kind of windy today as well. Expecting some rain coming in tomorrow. There's a foul ball down the first base line. This one gets out of play. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. The leadoff man is Kobe Sullivan here in this inning, batting, only making his 13th appearance at the plate. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still looking for his first hit of this fall season. Later on today, Doniphan, Twin Rivers. Should be a good ball game. The 1 seed and the 5 seed. There's a swing and a miss. So now there is 1 down here in the inning. And that's going to bring up the 9-hitter, Caleb Moore. So 1 down here in the inning. 5th strikeout of the ball game here for Talon McDaniel. There's a swing and a miss, and I'll tell you, since that first inning, McDaniel, he came in to shut Naylor down.
Yeah, I think just 1 hit, right? So
One
far?
hit so far in the ball game. That was last inning by Lunsford. Another swing and a miss.
Throwing hard, throwing strikes.
He is throwing very hard for sure. McDaniel very confident right now on the mound. Trying to get back to that championship game like they did last year. This one just misses off the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
He thought he had him there.
He did. He was ready to walk and get some fist pump from his teammates. 1 down here in the inning. Outside for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes here. Ralph and Christina Jefferson tuning in and says, let's go Eagles. Ralph Jefferson, great guy, by the way. He retired from the Poplar Bluff Police Department. He was a mentor of mine, believe it or not.
Really? Wow.
I really looked up to him, even though he calls me Baby Bird every time I see him. Still a good guy. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Count is full.
Is there a story behind that?
There's a big story behind that.
I kind of thought so.
Swing and a miss. He is down on strikes. 2 down here in the inning. Back-to-back punch-outs. And now we are back to the top of the lineup. So one thing that McDaniel is doing here in this ball game, he is averaging 2 strikeouts per inning, 2 in the first, 2 in the second, and 2 right here in the third. He's got 6 for the ball game. Woolard is back up to the plate. There's a swing and a miss. 2 down here in the inning. And McDaniel, he is just throwing them down as much as he can. He has only thrown 10 pitches, time called by the first base coach, rather. Coach Edward Moore standing on third base. So one thing McDaniel is doing is he's able to get strikes here early and often. Our broadcast is presented by Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers. They are a third-generation family-owned jewelry retail and repair store serving the community for over 6 decades. They've got gifts and prices to fit any budget. It is Whitworth Gift Chest Jewelers, where Walmart is next to them. Proud supporters of the OFC Baseball Tournament. No balls and a strike here. To the leadoff man, Brock Woolard. He'll take ball 1. Good eye there by Woolard. It is 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody on here in top of inning number 3. Gorgeous day here at 3 Rivers College. Swing and a miss, and now it's 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning with, once again, no base runners, no damage being done.
Yeah, it just seems like Naylor's a little late on most of their swings. He's just throwing hard, throwing right past them.
He's not messing around. He's not taking too much time in between pitches either. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck out the side. 3 strikeouts here in this inning. No runs, no hits, and nobody left on. We are going to the bottom of inning number 3. It is a 3-0 score by the Greenville Bears. You're listening to live coverage of the OFC Baseball Tournament. It is presented by our good friends at Barker's Towing and Auto Repair. All right, we are back in the top, or make that bottom of inning number 3. It is a 3-0 score. Glad to have Peggy Ann. She is tuning in from St. Louis today. She says it's rain in St. Louis, and I'm a little bit jealous about that, Sean.
Yeah, we haven't had rain in what seems like 5 months. It's crazy how dry it is here.
It's been crazy for sure. Looks like we're going to get a change maybe at the guard coming up for Greenville. I see the head coach, Benji Stahl, talking to the home plate umpire. Not sure if he's making a change anywhere. We'll see what happens. Tim, I guess this might be the part of the broadcast where I say thank you for tuning in. Have a great day. We'll see you on Thursday, right? You don't think so, Sean? No way. We may get right in the parking lot if we try to pack up and leave. A big shout out to our good friends with the baseball team. They've done a phenomenal job all week long, the last couple of days. So make sure and hit that share button for us on Facebook and let us know where you're tuning in from. So in this inning, it'll be Owen Shear, Wyatt Friley, Trey Porter all due up. If anybody gets on, Clayton Wood is going to bat 4th in the inning. Owen Shear went 0 for 1 back in the first inning. He popped out to center field. Him and Wyatt Friley both did. And then Trey Porter began back in the second inning with a leadoff hit, or I should say got on base due to an error on third base. Our broadcast presented by Countryside Chevrolet. Whether you are going to feed cattle in the fields or heading to the hospital for a 12-hour shift, or maybe you're hauling a load of kids to a school ball game, Countryside Chevrolet, a full-service auto dealership, has the vehicle for you. Countryside Chevrolet, carrying on the family tradition. The left-hander on the mound for the Naylor Eagles, Owen Shear. He'll take ball 1 outside. 1 ball and no strikes. There's Peggy Ann. She tags Owen Shear and says, go get him. 1 ball, no strikes. There's a strike call. I knew it was getting kind of quiet down there. I didn't turn the mic on. There we go. Got to turn that mic on, Tim. Otherwise, it's not going to work. You should have saw Tim yesterday. Man, we were both in frantic mode in that first game for sure. There's a swing and a miss. We can laugh about it right now. It wasn't so funny yesterday in the first game, though. I'm pretty sure he wanted to assault me yesterday. I guarantee it. I was pretty hard to deal with for a while. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here is the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. What a pitch by Sullivan. So there you go. 1 down here in the inning.
Can't assault a baby bird, is that right?
Yeah, you can't assault a baby bird, absolutely. Ralph will like that.
I got to hear that story sometime.
That'll be off camera for sure. Wyatt Friley coming up now, the catcher for the Greenville Bears. Popped out his first time. Friley, he's got some major pop in his swing. Friley here this season takes the first one down the left field, and this one is going to drop for a hit. This one gets all the way to the fence, and he is not stopping at 2, and he's going to wind up on third base with a 1-out triple. And in case you're having trouble hearing the folks down there near the fence, big Greenville fans here, as Wyatt Friley, it is 375 out there in left center, and that ball went every bit of 373.
Yeah,
that was close.
Crushed. Great hit.
Miss White says she is streaming from college algebra class. Let's go Bears. Glad to have her alongside. Timothy Lemon says, attaboy Wyatt. Didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're good. That was just a great rip, and I love the no hesitation going around second. That was great.
Trey Porter coming up to the plate now, 25 RBIs. You don't want to get into a power contest with this young man for sure.
Not at all. I think 26 might be coming up here shortly.
Yeah, you're not kidding. The way, what's really cool about Trey Porter is, number one, he's a good athlete, and he's also a really good basketball player. We got a chance to see him last year, Tim and I did, when we covered the OFC Basketball Tournament. This kid, he actually impressed all of us in that OFC run that they made last year. Greenville, 3 runs on 4 hits, and this one gets away, but it bounces right back to the catcher. It is 1 ball and 1 strikes now. Greenville, by the way, they've got 4 hits in the ball game. They've got 3 runs on 4 hits. The Naylor Eagles, they've got 1, or make that no runs on 1 hit. They also have an error. Selena Cato says Braden Odell wants to say hi to Tim Hicks. There you go, Tim. You've got a fan. Throw down to third base is not in time. So we're going to get a courtesy runner, it looks like here. Or Coach Porter wanted a courtesy runner anyway. I'm not sure Wyatt Friley is standing on. Here is the pitch on the way. This one is outside for a ball. So actually Wyatt Friley, he has left. The James Hill came in. He is a courtesy runner. He did pitch a little bit yesterday. It is 3 balls and a strike here to the Trey Porter, the first baseman, and this one lost him. There's a walk. Throw back down to third base is not in time. So runners are on the corners now. This is the second walk of the game issued by Kobe Sullivan. So a 1-out triple, now a walk, and that's going to bring up Clayton Wood, who had a double his first time up. He also scored a run. Josh Despain is tuning in all the way in Fredericktown. How's the weather up there, my friend? Is it just as warm as it is down here in Poplar Bluff? There's a strike called. We started at 12:50 this afternoon at 78 degrees, and right now we haven't moved much, still sitting at 78. The afternoon high is expected to be about 82. 1 ball and 1 strike. So what do you think so far? Your first baseball game with me, what do you think?
This is fun. This is cool to be up here and watch these high schoolers.
There's a swing and a miss. Good pitch.
Makes me jealous. We never had anything cool like this one.
We didn't.
No.
You know, it's crazy. If we even mentioned the word radio, Coach was making us run laps. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This one just got the pitch off and right back to the pitcher, and there you go. That one may have went foul. I think it did.
Yeah.
Can't see the lines very well from up here. We're pretty far back, believe it or not.
Yeah.
So we'll redo it. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. B. Abbott is streaming from Williamsville. This one down to first base, not in time. Porter back over there. She says, let's go Bears. A lot of Greenville fans here this afternoon tuning in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Sullivan on the mound. Here is pitch number 39. This one is fouled away to the screen. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes. Megan McNew, she says, let's go Eagles. Big Naylor fan. She is tuning in. Glad to see this. A lot of fans from both teams here chiming in, tuning in. Even though it's a 3-run lead right now, this is still really anybody's ball game in my estimation.
Yeah, I mean, it's not over till it's over, right? So
it's not. You're right.
Naylor start hitting the ball a little bit and, just capitalizing on defense whenever they get the opportunity. No errors.
3 balls and 2 strikes here. Here's the payoff pitch. This one misses it, so there is another ball. And now the bases are loaded. 1 down in the inning. Back-to-back walks.
Can't do that.
Can't do that. This has the making of a pretty big inning. Talon McDaniel, a 2 RBI double his last time up. So McDaniel coming up, and he's going to try to do some damage, batting .397, coming in the game, 18 RBIs, and there's a swing and a miss.
Yeah, that's a good pitch.
Good pitch by Sullivan. Ivana Bratton is tuning in. She says, let's go Bears, tuning in on Facebook. Also, Peggy Ann tuning in as well. She says, let's go Bears. Big audience here on Facebook and on YouTube. I'll switch over to YouTube for just a moment. Braden Odell, big Bears fan. Looks like Talon McDaniel's great aunt is watching from Cape Girardeau. She says, let's go Bears. Nice to see all these communities, Fredericktown, Cape Girardeau, all tuning in. Yesterday we had somebody watching from Cabo, believe it or not.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Her name was Trish. There's a strike. What a wicked pitch that was by Sullivan. Pitch number 43 upcoming. Bases are loaded with one down here in the inning. Friley, or I should say Hill, standing on third base. Wood on second. Or Woods on first, rather. Porter's on second. This one gets away, and the runner comes in. He's safe. So one run comes in, and that's going to be a 4-0 lead right now, as runners will all move up on the pitch. It is 1 ball and 2 strikes. So now it is a 4-0 ball game, and that's not what you want if you're Naylor.
Not at all. Takes away the force now too. Double plays out of question.
Oh, thank you, Trish. Yeah, or Peggy. Yeah, Trisha, the one that was watching from Cabo. That is Owen Shear's mother from Greenville. That's right. We were going to switch places yesterday. She said she would if she could be here for the game. Jason Hill tuning in says, Bears baseball, it's a work day. Glad you're tuning in, Jason. We appreciate that. 2 balls and 2 strikes here to Talon McDaniel. Had a 2 RBI double his first time up. He still has runners on second and third base. This one has popped up down the first base line. This one is going to get out of play. So we'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pretty windy out here.
Yeah, it's the first thing I noticed when I got out here is the wind.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit windier here today than it was yesterday. This one's popped up. This one should be caught down the first base line and is not going to be able to be caught. That one can't see down the line because of the dugout. 1 run's going to come in. Or it was caught, actually.
Yeah,
okay, I thought it was.
That is hard to see.
It really is. So 2 down in the inning. A sacrifice fly by McDaniel. It goes F9. And there's 2 down here in the inning, but it does bring home a run. It is 5-0 now. So 5-0 in favor of the Greenville Bears. 1 ball, no strikes here to Cooper Sturgeon. 2 balls and no strikes now. Loretta Owens is tuning in from Kentucky. Glad to have you alongside. Trey Porter's got that speed. Let's go Bears from Dylan Turner. 3 balls and no strikes now to Sturgeon. Sean Mannon says, let's go Beagles. It's Bears plus Eagles and also a puppy, whatever that means. There you go, Tim. Oh, the tent's about to go A-wire. So we get a walk here, a 2-out walk. We did have some sandbags on the tent. I'm not sure who moved the sandbags. So Cooper Sturgeon, he draws a 2-out walk. It's amazing how when something happens to Tim, the whole baseball team surrounds him. He's got some kind of pull here, no doubt about it. What was funny was because you and we both raised our hands to kind of grab that tin, and we're inside.
Not much to do here.
No, not much we can do right here. No balls and a strike. Here is the 0-1 pitch. Runner takes off, and this one is into right field. 1 run comes in. Another run is going to wind up on third base. So there's a 2-out hit by Miles Melvin. He'll get the RBI. And Greenville now, they have extended their lead. It is now 6-0. So 6 runs on 5 hits. So Greenville has scored 3 runs in the second inning, 3 runs here, and now we are to tie Huffmaster. Got an RBI on a sacrifice fly his first time. 2 down here in the inning, and it is 6-0 Greenville.
Good pitch.
Our good buddy Mark Woodard is tuning in this afternoon in Poplar Bluff. Glad to have him alongside. Says he's tuning in from work. Glad to have him alongside for the OFC Baseball Tournament. Runner takes off. This one's going to get to the gap. It'll be at least a double. Oh, he's going to hang around. Good hold. And Huffmaster will drive in an RBI. Another hit, and it'll be a base hit. So Huffmaster with an RBI. I thought that was going to be at least a double. Good job by the right fielder, able to hustle over Lunsford to cut the ball off.
Yep, got 2 runs on that one. That was good.
It is 8-0 now. So just like that, Greenville has really opened things up here in this inning. So the coach is protesting something. I'm not sure. So they're saying they're not using the right balls, is what I'm hearing.
Not one more word.
So obviously, so it looks like a fan's being ejected now, Tim. You don't like to see that for sure. We won't focus on that. It is 8-0 now in favor of the Greenville Bears. So we'll focus on the game here. I'm not sure. I know they're protesting something, and now the administration from Greenville, they are pretty quick down there to talk to the fan. So that is going to take care of that. Our broadcast is all being brought to you by Russians Towing, roadside assistance, auto repair, lockouts and jump starts, flats, impounds, wrecks, and more. It is Russians. They're dedicated to providing 24/7 service to customers. It's Russians to the rescue. 785-6349. Russians to the rescue, 24/7, 365. Oh, it's a great day in the neighborhood, Dr. Sean.
Yes, it is.
5 runs here in the inning. There's a strike called, and this one down to first base, not in time. Good job by Naylor's catcher, Damian Thielman. Gets the ball down to first base quickly.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what that
I
fan was. I mean, it's a good called game.
I don't know exactly what was going on. There's another hit screamer down the left field line. It'll get in the gap. 1 run's going to come in to score. Easton Evans is going to wind up with a double. It's now 9-0. So Greenville right now, they have switched pitchers. It's Tubb on the mound. We are still in the 3rd inning, and we are back to Owen Shear, who led off the inning.
Greenville's just hitting the ball hard. Good things happen when you hit the ball hard, and 9 runs later, here we are.
Absolutely. So 1 ball and no strikes here. Make it 2 balls and no strikes. Kyle Tubb is the new pitcher on the mound for the Naylor Eagles. And this one is outside for another ball. 3 balls and no strikes. Greenville leads at 9-0. They've got 7 hits. 5 of those have come in this inning. So Greenville trying to make their way into the championship game, and there's a ball. So runners on first and second base. And now coming up to the plate is Wyatt Friley. He's got a triple here in the ball game. He's also scored a run. He is a huge home run threat, big power that he brings with him. Loretta Owens likes what she sees from Kentucky. This one is in the dirt, gets away from Thielman, and the runners will advance on the ball. 1 ball, no strikes on the pass ball. We're still in the 3rd inning, a very long inning here for Naylor. They came in to the inning down by 3 runs, but Greenville, they have poured 6 more runs on. This one is inside for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Appreciate Coach Nathan Walk. He is the high school principal this year for Greenville. Also the athletic director for Greenville, Chris Hahn, giving us the opportunity to come out here and broadcast these games live on video. It's 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. Up high for another ball. This one gets into the outfield. 1 run's going to come in on the air, and that's going to make it 10-0. That is the 2nd error of the ball game here for the Naylor Eagles. So 10-0 the score. 3 balls and a strike. So Friley digs in. He's got a triple in the ball game. So apparently I got ahead of myself on the count. That was 3 balls and a strike. This one taken out behind the first base line. So now the count is full. Still 2 down here in the inning. Naylor just trying to escape this inning, not giving up any more runs. We're in the 3rd. There's a ground ball. This one up the middle, and there's another base hit. So it is now 11-0 Greenville. We're still in the inning.
Yeah, this has turned into a rough one.
Naylor going into the game, they knew they were going to have their work cut out for them, and that's going to bring Coach Edward Moore out to the mound to talk to Tubb. We may get a new pitcher. It looks like we will. So we're going to have a new pitcher on the mound.
So yeah, I wasn't able to watch Naylor's game yesterday. They beat East Carter, is that right?
3-1
Yeah.
yesterday afternoon.
We were seeing patient, wasn't able to watch, but that had to have been a good game.
Peggy Ann says, no picture. I don't know. It must be on your end, Peggy. I'm seeing everything nice and clear here. Hope you're able to get your picture back. Woolard is coming up to pitch now. He's got an earned run average of 2.333. He has given up 4 hits, 5 runs, 2 of them earned. He has walked 7, struck out 2. He has pitched 6 innings here this season. Good deal, Peggy. Glad it's back. Our broadcast here this afternoon, it's all being brought to you by our good friends at Hinton Farm Supply. It is your custom Continental hydraulic hose supplier for all your farm, heavy equipment, or industrial needs. Stop in and see Hinton Farm Supply just 15 minutes north of Poplar Bluff on Highway 67. It's also being brought to you by First Choice Insurance. Just like double plays, having an insurance agent that cares in your corner that can make all the difference in your next inning. With First Choice, regardless of your insurance needs, they can help. It is First Choice Insurance, our family protecting yours. It is proud supporters of the OFC Baseball Tournament. Harriet Dollins is tuning in. She says, go Brock. He is on the mound, the right-hander now. 11-0 the score as Trey Porter will dig in for the Greenville Bears. He is coming in to this at-bat. He has reached on an air and scored a run. He has also walked and scored back in the third. Or we're still in the third. He actually did that earlier this inning. Porter batting .347 here on the season. 25 RBIs, and he's got a runner on first base, 5 home runs. They are trying to get back into the finals. They won the whole thing last year, and they're going to try to get back in there again here for this season as well. I want to say a big shout out to our good friends at Big 3 Athletics. Jason Moore, Brian Chilton, proud supporters of the OFC as well. So now Naylor about to come back out, trying to get one out. 11 runs on 8 hits. Naylor with no runs, 1 hit, and 1 error. Boy, the second game of the afternoon is going to be a dandy between Twin Rivers and Doniphan. That one's going to go, I think, down to the wire. The last time those two met up, it was a 1-run win in extra innings. That's got the making of a good ball game.
Wow, yeah, definitely. I'm excited for this.
Trey Porter takes the first pitch in there for a called strike. No balls and a strike to Porter. He is 1 for 2 here in the afternoon.
Yeah, the Twin Rivers right in front of us here. I love their uniforms. Nice, clean pinstripes there.
Absolutely. This one, it's going to hit him, so now the runner will be at first and second base on the hit by pitch. And now we're going to see Clayton Wood coming up. He is 1 for 1. He has walked and scored, doubled and scored. He is back up to the plate now. If you'd be so kind to hit that share button for us, we greatly appreciate it. Here is the first pitch on the way. This one taken outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. 11-0 now, Greenville. They are just making their way into the finals. By talking to Coach Benji Stahl, he knew that he doesn't want to get too overconfident. Talking to Coach Moore, told me that it was going to be an uphill battle all the way around. Todd Wood says, come on, son. Clayton Wood. He has scored 2 runs here in the ball game. They throw back to second base, is not in time. 2 balls and no strikes. Man, this Greenville team here, Sean, they can hit and they can play defense as good as I've seen anybody in this area.
Yeah, they're putting it on display here today for sure.
There's a ground ball. This one hit sharply back up to the second baseman, and they tag second base for the force. So there you go, but not before 8 more runs come across. They strand 2 runners. We go to the top of inning number 4. Greenville now jumps out. They lead 11-0. You're listening to the OFC Baseball Tournament. It is presented by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair. Our broadcast is presented by Weiss Trucking. truck drivers, owners, and operators, locally owned and operated with 3 generations to keep you on the road or get you back out there within 24-hour roadside service. It's Weiss Truck Repair. The temps are dropping. Not today, they're not, but they will be, so come on down and see them. For all your winterization needs, it is the Cross from Ferguson RV on Highway 67 South in Neelyville. 24/7 roadside service at 573-989-6248. So 8 runs come across in the inning, and Greenville, they have really extended this lead, and now all the pressure is on Naylor to try to figure out a way to manufacture runs here against Greenville.
Yeah, it's not looking too good, just being behind the ball, but you know what? It can happen. You just got to turn it around right now.
Got a new pitcher on the mound, too, by the way, for the Greenville Bears. And we're going to go this time with Easton Evans, as he is going to come out there and he'll try to close the door for the remainder of this game for the Greenville Bears. So Evans now, he's going to move over from shortstop, and now he'll be the new pitcher for the Greenville Bears. And this one is going to go back to the screen. It looks like he was able to hold up. And looking at Easton Evans, he has pitched 19 1/3 innings so far this season. He has given up 11 hits, 8 runs, 4 of them earned, walked 13, struck out 31. His earned run average is 1.448, so pretty good.
Yeah.
You're talking about relief pitching, and he is not somebody you want to face.
Not at all. The ERAs are so good with this team.
They really are. 2 balls and no strikes. This is outside for a ball. 3 balls and no strikes now. Obviously, Greenville going to put in other pitchers because you want to save the arms and use them on Thursday if at all possible.
Absolutely.
Unless something miraculous happens as a strike is called right down the middle. Unless something miraculous happens, obviously you're looking at Greenville going to be, I don't want to use the word coasting, but they're going to get to the finals, and they will more than likely get there. There's a ground ball right back to Evans. Evans over to Porter for the out, and there is 1 down here in the top of the inning.
Yeah, after the second inning, I thought maybe there was a chance Naylor might, still have a shot at it. But after that last inning, it's going to be an uphill battle for sure.
It really is. That one is going to go 1-3 on the out here in the 4th. 40 pitches, by the way, was thrown combined by Naylor pitching last inning.
Wow.
There's a strike called on the outside part of the plate. Sam Rose, who struck out looking his first time, he is now up to the plate. Michelle Stilts is tuning in. She says, let's go Bears. This one has popped up, and this one going down the line, and it's going to get out of play. Quickly now, no balls and 2 strikes. Man, Tim, we've got a big audience here on Facebook and on YouTube. Casey Tubb is watching, says, let's go Naylor. This one has popped up, or grounded rather, down the first base line. It'll go foul, so still no balls and 2 strikes. We lost the scoreboard. Scoreboard is out, but don't worry, not ours. No, not ours, Tim, the main one at the field. Tim's looking like, wait a minute, I still see it on my screen. No, we're good. This is why we have our own scoreboard here, folks. No balls and 2 strikes. This one fouled away to the screen. We'll do it again. Still no balls and 2 strikes. It's amazing. Up until this year, Tim and I have relied solely on schools to have the scoreboards up and running for us. We put a camera on them, but this year we decided to go big and do it ourselves. There's a swing and a miss.
Yeah, and I wish everybody at home could see Frankie here working the scoreboard, doing the manual scoreboard, doing broadcast, everything. I'm just standing here. It is.
It's very intimidating sometimes. I tell you what. Well, 2 down here in the inning. Remington Crawford now coming up. Doniphan is just now making their way to the ball field. So what we don't know is after this ball game, the next ball game is supposed to begin at 3:30. I highly doubt, unless this game runs long, I think they're going to go before 3:30. This one all the way to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Our broadcast presented by Twisted Arrow. They are your full line of archery and hunting equipment from Matthews, Bowtech, PSE, Prime, and Elite. TJ will tune your bow There's a strike called. Install new strings and cables. It is Twisted Arrow Business 60 and NN Highway just east of Poplar Bluff. Call 785-6914. Just misses outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Also, our broadcast proudly presented by the Twin Rivers Booster Club. We'll see Twin Rivers coming up in the next game. They are the #1 seed. There's a swing and a miss. And a strikeout, and that's going to end this inning. No runs and no hits, nobody left on. We are going to the bottom half of inning number 4. It is all Greenville to this point. They lead 11-0. You're listening to the OFC Baseball Tournament. It is presented by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair. Our broadcast is presented by Southern Care and Comfort, providing assistance to residents which allows them to live in their home. Their caregivers provide assistance with personal care, household chores, shopping, and errands, as well as giving rest breaks to daily caretakers. If you need or know somebody who is in need, give them a call, 686-2273. That's 686-2273. Southern Care and Comfort, proud supporters of the OFC Baseball Tournament. And being brought to you by Stan Bader Truss, family owned and operated for 37 years for residential and commercial and all types of wood trusses. Stan Bader has been building wood trusses for 47 years. For more information, call 328-4150 or find them on Facebook. All right, so here we go as we get ready for the bottom part of inning number 4. Talon McDaniel is going to come in. He'll be up to the plate now for the Greenville Bears. It'll be McDaniel, Sturgeon, and Miles Melvin if anybody gets on. Ty Huffmaster. It was a big inning back in the 3rd for the Greenville Bears, who put up 8 runs in that inning. So we'll see what they are able to do. Ball 1 taken outside to the leadoff man. The left-hander is on the mound for the Naylor Eagles, and they're going to go this time with Sam Rose. Sam Rose began the game at center field, but now he has made his way in, and he'll be the new pitcher for the Naylor Eagles. The left-hander on the mound, trying to shake it up a little bit and get out of the inning, giving up no runs, and this one taken behind us. There's a strike there, 2 balls and a strike. Greenville scored nothing in the first, got 3 runs in the second, 8 in that 3rd inning. Here we are in the 4th. This one is popped up out to center field or make that second base, and there's the out. Good catch by the second baseman. 1 down here in the inning. That one's going to go F4 on the out. So now Cooper Sturgeon going to come up to the plate. He is, walked and struck out. He has also scored as well.
Got him.
So just like that, Cooper says, I'll take it, and he's going to go down. Hit by pitch. He's got a runner on first base now with one down in the inning. We are in the fourth inning. So Greenville, they are 3 outs away from moving on to the championship game, and that'll be on Thursday, by the way. This one popped up by Miles Melvin. It'll get out of play. There is a run rule in high school baseball. It's 15 after 3, 10 after 5. We're in the fourth. So if Greenville can put up 4 runs in this inning or get 3 outs next inning, giving up no runs, this game will be over.
Wow. Definitely can tell that they're a 2 seed. They're playing
extremely well. They really are. Yesterday they won 10-0 over Clearwater. Today they lead 11-0. There's a ground ball hit sharply. Good cutoff by the shortstop, and they're going to overthrow it. And that's going to mean runners at least on second and third. Benji Stahl says go. And here's a throw home, not in time. So the air will bring home another run. And it's going to be classified as a hit to begin with, but it was an error on the overthrow. That is the 3rd error of the ball game here for the Naylor Eagles.
Yeah, and that one stinks. He had such a great play on the ball, just a bad throw, and he went from 1 out, runner on first, to runner scored, runner on second. So
now it is 12-0 Greenville, and a runner on second base, still nobody out. So now Ty Huffmaster comes up to the plate. Easton Evans awaits on deck. There's a ball taken inside. I don't remember the conversation, Tim. How much money did Grandma Jackie promise Evans if he hits a home run? Do you remember? $5 or $25? $50. We're going to say $50. I'm not sure if that's correct or not, but if he hits one, don't come looking at me, Evan. I don't want to talk to you. It may not be right. He may be wanting some money. Peggy Ann says, way to go, Bears. They lead 12-0. 12 runs, 9 hits. You know what's amazing is so far through a game and a half, Greenville, they have yet to allow 1 run in this tournament. That's impressive. I don't care who you're playing. That's impressive.
For sure. In high school baseball, I mean, lots of times you got lots of runs coming across the board, so very impressive.
Here is the 0-1 pitch.
Take the walk. 3-0. You want to watch here? 3-0.
I'm not
3-0, he says.
I'm only one guy. I'm not doing the clock or the board. Go.
So there's some confusion down on I'm so glad we're keeping our own scoreboard, Tim. A lot of folks are confused on the scoreboard down there on the field. Ours is correct. 3 balls and no strikes. There's a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike now. Our broadcast presented by Cornell Trucking. For the past 50 years, family owned and operated. Cornell Trucking, they have been your dependable hauling and delivery company. Whether you need dirt, rock, or sand, everything in between. Strike 2 is called. Count is full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Call Cornell Trucking. Call 573-967-3958. It is Cornell Trucking, 573-967-3958. Here's a payoff pitch on the way. There's a fly ball out towards center. This one's going to get down and save. He drops it. 1 run's going to come in, and that'll be a double, a 1-out double. 13-0 now the score. And they'll just trade places basically. Ty Huffmaster, another RBI for him. Good job by the center fielder trying to lay out and make that catch, and that would have been an unrealistic catch if he would have made it.
Yeah, that would definitely been a web gym on SportsCenter
for sure. Ball 1 taken up high, 1 ball and no strikes.
But I like the effort, though.
Absolutely. You got to credit Naylor with all the effort they are giving. 1 ball, no strikes. Doniphan, they are warming up right now. Twin Rivers is still in front of us. They really haven't got up to warm up just yet. They look pretty relaxed. You want to see that here as the ball gets away from the catcher, from Thielman, and now the runner moves over to third base. It's 2 balls and no strikes. Our broadcast presented by White Sanders Funeral Home. In Fisk and Culin, it's a family-owned business committed to providing personalized service for all families with compassion, dignity, and respect. Call Jim and Kathy Sanders, proud supporters of the community. Call 573-967-3300. There's a good look of the Twin Rivers baseball team. Good job, Tim, on that. There's a ball taken up high. 3 balls and no strikes. Caleb Watkins is tuning in, and he's tuning in. 2 words for you. The Bears. That's what he says. There's a strike. Good pitch by Sam Rose, the left-hander on the mound. 13 runs on 10 hits in the ball game. No errors. Naylor has only been able to get 1 hit, and that was back in the 2nd inning. There's a swing and a miss. So now the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Awaiting on deck is Owen Shear with 1 down here in the inning. Greenville 2 runs away from the run rule here. Here is the payoff pitch. And got him. There's a strikeout there. So 2 down here in the inning. So now coming up to the plate is Owen Shear. He has struck out, he has walked, and he's popped out to center field. Also scored a run as well. 13-0 the score. Taking ball 1 up high. 1 ball and no strikes. Long look by Rose. Here's the pitch. This one is in the dirt. Good block by Thielman. And now it's going to go 2 balls and no strikes. So we started at 78 degrees here, Sean. We are at 81 right now on October the 11th. Hard to believe we're in the lower 80s right now.
Right, for sure. It feels like 100 in this room, though.
It does. There's a pop fly. This one out toward left field. Could or make that center field. What a play by the center fielder. And that's going to end the inning. A couple of more runs will come across, 2 to be exact. All right, for the Naylor Eagles, they've got 3 more outs to go. It is a 13-0 lead for the Greenville Bears. You're listening to the OFC Baseball Tournament. It is presented by our good friends at Barker's Towing and Auto Repair. Our broadcast presented by Hester Trucking, located in Brosley, family owned and operated for 4 generations, available for all your dump truck needs, asphalt, rock, dirt, and haul. Call Randy, Jason, Sean, or Devin at 573-328-1160. And being brought to you by Christian Automotive and Tire. They stock the quality name brand tires that you know and trust. Christian Automotive and Tires have ASE certified mechanics with the right training, tools, and knowledge to fix your vehicle right the first time. Give them a call, 785-0208. And being brought to you by Day One Chiropractic. You guys offer so many great new things at Day One Chiropractic, Dr. Sean. And one thing that you guys specialize in, besides the all-new therapy laser, you guys also, or the laser therapy rather, you guys also specialize in just making sure folks know ahead of time the education to you is so important.
Yeah, we're excited to help this community, and we want people to know what's going on and how they can help themselves, and if we can help or not.
Cameron Sarabia now. It's going to be Sarabia, Lunsford, and Tubb all due up if anybody gets on. Kobe Sullivan is due up as well. It is in the bottom, or make that top of inning number 5 now. First pitch is in there for a called strike 1. So now East Carter, or I should say not East Carter, my apologies, Naylor is down to their last 3 outs of this ball game. 1 ball and 1 strike now. Seeing some of the Twin Rivers faithful starting to get here now. Seeing a lot of blue and white. There's a strike called. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Greenville has yet to allow a run in this tournament at this point. We're going to see Twin Rivers in just a moment. There's a swing and a miss and a big strikeout. 1 down here in the inning. So 1 away here in the inning, and Nathan Lunsford now coming up to the plate. You look at these players here, and it's hard to pick just 1 or 2 players that have stood out in this ball game, because Greenville, it's really been a team effort in my opinion.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. You can't, I mean, the pitching has been phenomenal, but look, 13 runs in 4 innings, like 23 runs for the tournament.
Absolutely.
You know, you can't not talk about their offense as well.
There's a ground ball hit sharply over to shortstop. He bobbled it, but still able to recover and get the out, and there are 2 down here in the inning. It goes at 6-3 on the out. Our broadcast presented by Liberty, a proud supporter of the Ozark Foothills Conference Tournament. They want to wish the good luck to all the teams competing for the conference championship. Liberty, sustaining energy and water for life. 2 down in the inning. This one taken up high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Also being brought to you by the Shooter Shack. You'll find everything you need for shooting, including suppressors, rifles, shotguns, strike called, and everything in between. Don't forget that Kevin buys, sells, and trades for all firearms at Shooter Shack, located on Shelby Road in Poplar Bluff. Just misses inside for a ball. 2 balls and a strike now. They are down to their final at bat, Kyle Tubb. You all right, Tim? Uh-oh, we had a cord malfunction. We had that last game. There's a chopper. This one out toward shortstop.
Tough.
On the throw, and got him.
Wow.
Bang, bang play, and this game will come to an end. It goes at 6-3 on the out, and that is a great heads-up defensive play by the Greenville Bears as this game will come to a close.
What an end. I mean, you talk about the offense and the pitching, but look at that defensive play right there.
So this game goes final, 13-0 the score. We'll come back and we'll have totals. We're also going to be checking in with the Greenville coach, and we'll talk to a couple of players as well. Our broadcast presented by GYT 90. It's Grow Your Own Trophy 90. It is a soybean oil deer attractant that provides over 90 essential minerals to your deer herd. GYT 90, it is the treat that deer can't resist. Go to GYT90.com or like them on Facebook, proud supporters of the OFC tournament. So what do you think? First game in the books.
It was really good.
You're going to hang around for one more?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
All right, we're going to go down field side in just a moment, so stay with us. Our post game coming up next. We'll talk live to head coach Benji Stahl and maybe a couple of players as well on the Greenville side. You're listening to the OFC Baseball Tournament. It is presented by Barker's Towing and Auto Repair.
Yes.
You ready, Tim? All right, we are back with our post-game coverage here at the Ozark Foothills Conference Tournament. Joining me now is head coach Benji Stahl of the Greenville Bears. And, Coach, first off, congratulations. You guys coming in the first inning, it was a 1-2-3 for the Naylor Eagles, and then your offense came in and really came to show out here today. Walk us through the second inning and why you guys were able to be so successful against Naylor here today.
Well, we were hitting strikes, and really the first inning we hit the ball, it was right at them. I mean, we hit it in the air, but we just tried to tell them, let's hit line drives and do what we do.
Third inning came around. You guys put up 8 runs, went through the entire order almost twice, and you guys never looked back. And what I seen on the field was your team was able to rally around each other. You told me yesterday that you believe that this team should have been the #1 seed. They messed up. They lost to Twin Rivers, and they're taking that pretty hard, I would say. And now they get one more opportunity here coming up on Thursday to make that right and win this whole thing outright.
Yeah, they're ready to play. I mean, it's that time of year. This is it.
Was there anything about today's game that you didn't like as the head coach and you guys want to work on before Thursday?
Well, no, for the most part, we were throwing strikes and hitting the ball, and we fielded it fine. So we can continue to do that. We'll be all right.
I'm pretty sure we know the answer to the question coming up on Thursday. Any thought at all as to who might go for you on the mound?
Porter will start the game on Thursday.
All right, Coach. Thank you so much for the time. Congratulations, and we'll talk to some of the players now.
All right, thank you.
You betcha. Let's talk to the catcher now, Mr. Wyatt Friley. And first off, this tournament, you guys have not given up one run the entire tournament. Walk us through what it's like for your team to be in this position to yet again win this whole thing coming up on Thursday.
Well, it starts back like Coach said against Twin Rivers. We messed up and we lost the 1 seed, and we all got pretty fired up about that. So, I mean, it's when we come into school, we're fired up to play. We step on the bus, we get even more fired up and come here and get ready. All the pitchers so far, they've all been locked in, and we've hit balls hard.
You guys went 1-2-3 in the bottom half of inning #1. Never got down on yourselves. The scoring started second inning. What adjustments did you guys make from that first inning to the second inning?
Well, I think we just realized that we can't keep getting under stuff. We got hit balls on the line somewhere, and we started hitting some hard balls, and they weren't all straight up to the outfielders, and we started getting base hits and scoring runners.
So it's going to come down to you against Doniphan or Twin Rivers. At this point of the season, does it matter to you who you face coming up on Thursday, or is that next team up?
Nah, it's the next team up. We know we can beat anybody here.
All right, thank you so much for the time. Congratulations. We'll see you guys on Thursday.
See ya.
All right, Talon McDaniel coming over here now, the starting pitcher for today, and you come out there and you were lights out once again, keeping that no runs going for your team. Walk us through, what was it like today being on the mound?
Just trying to throw strikes. I mean, not trying to do anything special. Don't worry about striking people out, and you'll get the job done.
Offensively, it's hard to just say one person is really shining here in this tournament. You guys, it's a team effort, have scored so many runs so far in this tournament. You guys have scored 28 runs, and it's just you guys have given up 0 so far. So what's it like coming up on Thursday for this team, whether you face Doniphan or Twin Rivers?
I mean, just stay hot and hit the ball hard and just swing at strikes and throw strikes. I mean, that's all it really is.
Same question that I ask you, or I ask Mr. Friley. Does it matter to you what team you guys face coming up on Thursday?
No, we're going to bring our A game. They better be ready for it.
So walk us through what will you guys do the next couple of days to get ready for either Doniphan or Twin Rivers to make sure you guys don't miss the opportunity and go back to back here in the OFC conference?
Just stay locked in and field the ball, and we'll do good.
And what about your fans watching you back in Greenville? They were showing out here today. It seemed like they were tuning in. What's your message here to your fans?
I love them to death, and I hope they show up tomorrow or Thursday.
All right, thank you so much for the time, and good luck to you the rest of the tournament. Talon McDaniel joining us live here as we continue on your post game. And coming up next, Tim, could be the game of the tournament to this point. You've got Twin Rivers, you've got Doniphan. It is supposed to be a 3:30 start. However, we did in early, so odds are we're going to go early. We're not going to interrupt the video feed. We'll keep our sponsors going, and we'll do some live coverage in between. For right now, we'll send it back up to you, Tim. Coach of Twin Rivers. I've got Coach Newman here. You ready, Tim? All right, we're going to keep our pregame rolling now. Joining me right now, the head coach of the number 1 seeded Twin Rivers Royals, head coach Chris Newman. And coach, here today, it is go time semifinals. You know Doniphan very well. Give us your first thoughts here on the Dons, as you guys will have a rematch from the regular season.
Well, they've been playing some really good baseball lately. They got their number 1 on the mound today, so we're going to have to play good baseball to beat them.
So talk about this season, a 20-win team for this season for the guys. Tell me, it's not been easy for sure, but what are some things you like about your team as you guys go up against Doniphan coming up in a little under an hour from now?
What I like about my team is they have good attitudes on and off the field. They're a coachable group, and, they got some talent as well. So when you combine those things, you're going to have a successful season. So as far as today, we're going to play as hard as we can, and if the ball falls our way, I think we got a good chance.
How critical will it be for your team to come out and not play tight here? I know the nerves might be there because you guys were here last year in the semifinals and did take on Greenville for the championship. Errors could be a big thing today. How big will it be for your team not to make those errors early in this game?
Well, in my opinion, on a windy day like today, the team that hits the most line drives and makes the fewest amount of errors is the team that's going to win. So, I feel like we're prepared for it, so we'll just got to go out and execute now.
Let's talk about pitching. You've had all day to think about who might go for you. Who's it going to be for you?
We're going to start freshman Bo Lilly today. He's earned this start. He's pitched well for us in big games. His first start of his career, he held Orion to 4 runs in 7 innings. So, he's had big game experience for us already as a freshman, so we're going to give him the ball starting off.
Last time you guys took on Doniphan, it went to extra innings. You think your team thinks about that? I mean, from what I understand, they weren't happy with a 1-win run or a 1-run win. They wanted more for their team.
They're playing with a chip on our shoulder. That week we had to play 3 conference games in that week, so we threw the staff at them that day, and, it took us extra inning, but it worked out for us. So, we just got to play our game today.
So for those watching, we talked about the hitting a little bit, the pitching obviously, and the defense. Give me one key to beat Doniphan to go on to face Greenville coming up Thursday right here at 3:30. Your team must do what today?
Just play fundamental baseball. When the ball's hit our way, we got to catch it, and at the plate, we got to put it in play. Burton's a solid pitcher, so we got to get his pitch count up. We got to put the ball in play and make them make outs.
All right, Coach. Best of luck to you. We'll see you guys afterwards.
Thank you.
You betcha. Coach Chris Newman, there you go. So there is one coach coming up. We're going to try to get Coach Pennington live on the pregame, so stay with us. We'll be right back. All right, Tim, we are back with the head coach of the Doniphan Dons, head coach Dalton Pennington. So, Coach, here we go, Twin Rivers and Doniphan. Like Coach Newman said, you guys know each other very well. What's it come down to in your mind today?
It's going to come down to who's ready to play the most, who shows up, and from first pitch on is ready to go, who's locked in early. I think it's going to be a battle no matter what. My boys are ready. We've got our number 1 on the mound for us, and we're hitting the ball good of late, so hopefully all that rolls into today, and I think when the dust settles, I hope we're on top.
So you and I were talking early this morning. How is Keplin's arm? Is he going to be able to be the catcher, or do you decide to go a different direction?
I've decided to go a little bit of a different direction. We're going to put Griffin behind the plate, who's caught a lot for us. Kepley is going to be at short. The arm's not really an issue. The hip from yesterday, It came out on him. Went to the chiropractor this morning, tried to get it put back in. He's tough, so he's going to play short for us, but we're going to put Griffin behind the plate to start.
And then let's talk about the first meeting you guys had against Twin Rivers. It went to extra innings. What were some things in that ball game that kind of got away from you and you guys want to clean up before today's game?
I'm going to take credit for that loss more than anything. I had a kid thrown out at the plate that I probably should have held up. We were trying to be aggressive, trying to make a mistake. And this isn't a ball club you can force mistakes on. Twin Rivers is a good ball club, and you're just going to have to get lucky. You can't force them into one. And so I'm going to be a little bit more conservative in that area today. We didn't have a whole lot of timely hitting against them. I look back, I think we left 6 or 7 guys on base in that game, and that can't happen against a good ball club because if you leave them out there stranded, they're not the type of club that's going to leave their guys stranded. So if you're not scoring those extra few you've already got on base, then you kind of put yourself in a hole already. So that's something we're going to have to clean up today.
You know, yesterday you were talking about the championship belt you have in the dugout, and you guys won 9-3. Who did you decide to give that belt to yesterday for the game MVP?
We ended up going with Kepley. Matter of fact, I posted on Facebook. When we always do that, it's sponsored by a business in town, and so we always kind of post that after every game. And so I had to give it to somebody, but I did make the comment that I wish I had 18 more of them, because that was a team effort. Our dugout was in it start to finish, top to bottom. We hit well. Defense played airless, so it was hard to decide. But I think you ultimately got to give it to the guy that went 7 for you and pitched a great game.
Oh, absolutely, no doubt about it. So today it's going to be a windy day. Does that concern you in the outfield whatsoever? Because this wind's playing havoc here this afternoon, Coach.
Yeah, we were watching in that first game, and we saw some balls kind of go up pretty high and kind of drift on some kids. Our outfielders, we've talked about it with them. They already know it's going to be an issue. So if we're playing aggressive under the baseball, using 2 hands, hopefully it doesn't cost us any. But yeah, they're well aware that it's kind of playing some havoc on some guys already. So.
All right, last question. We talked about the win. We talked about everything else. To beat Twin Rivers, to get to play Greenville coming up on Thursday, what does it come down to, Coach, for you?
We're going to have to play airless defense and limit our walks. I think if we do that, I think JD's good enough pitcher. He's going to limit Twin Rivers to, I look back at the book, I think he gave up 7 hits the first time we played him, but he had 5 walks. If we can get those walk numbers down, play airless defense behind him, I think we're in the conversation a little bit better than we were last time. But that's every game, and we're going to have to come out and put some hits in play when we got runners in scoring position. So that's what we're going to try to do today.
I know we have a lot of fans back in Doniphan watching this team coming up today. What's your message to the fans watching back home, my friend?
Hey, we appreciate you guys' support all the time. There's things that happen in the off season, in the summertime, that we couldn't make possible without our fans. Had people volunteering to feed us today before the game, and even Thursday before Thursday's game. And so our support, our community always seems to come out and support our sports teams, and it's not possible without those people back home. So we really appreciate them.
All right, Coach, best of luck to you. We'll see you guys afterwards.
Yep. Thank you.
Betcha. Coach Pennington joining us live here on the pregame. So, yeah, it's set now, Tim. We've got one more game today. Twin Rivers taking on Doniphan. Going to be a barn burner, 1 seed versus 5 seed. First pitch around the 3 o'clock time frame. We'll throw it back to you for now, Tim. All right, so we are back in the booth, and we've got some time before the next game starts. We've got everything we need. Lineups are with us. I've already got that done. Thankfully, did that last night. So we're going to stay in here. We're going to get a few things set, get ready for the next game. And we've been told our next game is less than 30 minutes, so maybe 3 p.m. Stay with us. We'll be back. I'm Frankie Castile. Dr. Sean Nibby's with us as well, and we'll come back in about 30 minutes, maybe before we get ready for the second game between Doniphan, Twin Rivers. It is on the way. Don't go anywhere. Enjoy our video sponsors ad presented by Tim Hicks. Did a great job, and thank you again to all of our sponsors. Okay, so apparently if you're watching us on YouTube, we're going to have to switch to a different feed because we've got blocked for some reason on Facebook. So give us about 5 minutes. We'll be back on YouTube, still youtube.com/River Radio PB. Be right back.